Exodus 20, verse 7. You know what it says, but do you truly know what it means? Stick with me. Hey everyone, welcome back. Another uh, late Friday night episode, but here we are. And this week we're going to talk about the third commandment. Exodus 20, verse 7 reads like this: Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. I think we all know what's trying to be said here. That using the Lord's name in our daily communications, because that's what we do, we talk. Um, you have to be careful about it. You have to think consciously about your choice of words and what you're trying to say. If you are carelessly or thoughtlessly using his name in your day-to-day communications, you're not on the right side of this commandment. And what is everybody's, I shouldn't say that. What is probably the most popular saying amongst, I don't know, everybody? Everybody uses it in text every day as well. OMG. Oh my, you know the rest. That's just our normal day-to-day conversation of using the Lord's name carelessly and thoughtlessly. Just throwing it around like it's nothing. We all know that to use God's name as a curse word or with a curse word, you're definitely on the wrong side of this one. So don't do that. Start to listen to it when you hear it in movies, in music, in the person working next to you. And you're going to see how frequent it is. And it's going to start striking you the wrong way. That's a good sign. That means you're going the right way. That means you're paying attention to the word. You're paying attention to what God expects from us as Christians. Now we're going to move on to the part that I think most people just glaze right over. And I used to as well. But it says, Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain. If you call yourself a Christian, you are taking the name of Christ, his character, his likeness, his name. You want to walk like him, you want to talk like him, you want to be like him. You're calling yourself a Christian. But then the question you have to ask yourself is, how are you living? Stay with me. The word vain, take the Lord's name in vain. When I look it up on Strong's Concordance, it is a Hebrew word that's used called, I'm probably going to say it wrong, shal. And when I pull that up, I'm going to put it on the screen for you. It actually comes through as emptiness, vanity, and falsehoods, and then breaks it down. Emptiness, nothingness, vanity, empty of speech or lying, and worthlessness. Worthlessness. Using it in vain. Using it with no purpose behind it. Throwing it around like it means nothing. Now, that could be a curse word. It could also be a Christian who claims the title of Christian, but does not live that life. The King James Version translates that word shal uses the word vain 22 times, vanity 22 times, false 5 times, lying 2 times. These words are used. The word false is used 5 times. The word lying is used in the King James Version 2 times. Falsely 1 time, and lies 1 time. But all are using the same word, Hebrew word of shal. I heard a great explanation on life, hope, and truth. It's a YouTube channel you can go check out. I'll put a link in the description. And he says, as you study the word and you read God's commandments and you learn, this is how we are to walk. A lot of people who come to know God's standards then choose to ignore God's standards, yet still claim the title of Christian. We all know that using the curse words is wrong. This is the deeper meaning of claiming to be a Christian, but still living for yourself. There's a little meme or cartoon I'm going to put on the screen for you. And I think that phrasing right there of people who know God's standards, but choose to ignore God's standards, I think it's a perfect demonstration of the two. Let me ask you this. When you go to church, why do you go? Do you go because that's how you were raised? Do you go because that's what you want to teach your children? Do you go to meet people and conduct business? Do you go to be seen? Does it matter what you wear? Do you look at what other people wear? Is it a fashion show? Or are you there because you know God and you want to please Him and you want to learn more about Him and you want to be able to witness to those around you? I grew up in the Catholic religion. I don't go to a Catholic church anymore, but I know there are a lot of people who used to go to Mass at 10:30 so they could be home in time for kickoff and drinking beer. These are the same people who went out drinking Friday night. They'll hit confession, once, twice a month, say they're sorry for their sins. They're out again Friday night, and they're trying to get church done so they can go home and drink, barbecue, and watch football. Are you fitting church into your life? Or does your life revolve around the church? And when I say church, I'm talking about His people, not the building. His people that have a relationship with Him. His people who read the Bible. His people that want to walk His way. The people who hear the word of God and obey. Or are you just one of those taking His name in vain and hitting church to fill a square? Depending on where you're at in those two camps, you're either on the right path or you need to do some soul searching. And that's what it means to take the Lord's name in vain. Now once again, if this has helped you at all, or you know someone it can help, like, subscribe, share. It helps more people find it. It helps it grow, and it shines this light into corners that may not see it otherwise. I appreciate you being here. The next 2 weeks, we're going to get in to probably the last two commandments. You should know which one they are if you've been watching. But the two that I think cause the most problems in today's world. We're going to discuss that in the next 2 weeks. Next ones are probably going to be a little bit longer. So grab some popcorn, get a drink, come on back. I'll see you next Friday.